Hi everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video on my channel. Today we will be going through my round 4 tips. Here we go. Let's not waste any more time and let's get stuck into it. Alright, the first game is between Collingwood and Carlton at the MCG. Now look, Carlton, they're on a bit of a strife here. They're 0-3. Collingwood have been on a hot form after dismantling Port Adelaide in the first round and beating the Dogs by 6 points after losing to GWS in the opening round. So that's going to really help them get momentum. I don't think... And look, lots of people are saying that Michael Voss should get sacked. Because everyone thinks that he's going to be a shit coach. So I'm going to back in the Pies to get this done. So I'm going to go with Collingwood to get this done by... Let's go 32 points. The next game is between the Cats and the D's at GMHBA Stadium. Not only those two go head-to-head between Geelong and Melbourne, Ford is celebrating its 100th anniversary on Friday night. And Ford is sponsored with the Geelong Cats. So playing this at home will be absolutely magnificent. Geelong will be wearing their special Ford 100 anniversary Guernseys when they take on the D's on the Friday night. I think Geelong should be more Cat supporters than D's, and it'll be looking very less likely according to ESPN Footy Tipping that only 2% tippers would think the D's will spoil Geelong's party. So should be a little more Cats fans. So I'm just going to go with the Cats to get this done. Geelong to get this done by 34 points, because the D's, look, they're in big trouble, and I don't think they're going to go good this year. So once again, the Cats by 34. The next game is between Gold Coast and Adelaide at People First Stadium. Now, look, Gold Coast at People First Stadium, they've been much improved so far after 2 games, winning them by big margins. And look where they're sitting. They're sitting on 4th. And against Adelaide, Adelaide's been on a hot form as well. They've demolished every single team they played in their opening 3 games. They have demolished the Saints, the Bombers, and North Melbourne. But North Melbourne's form has been improving. But let's not worry about that, and let's lock into this game. Because recently, any time I tip against Gold Coast, I get the tip wrong. So let's back in the Suns to get this done this time. Gold Coast to get this done to hand Adelaide's first loss by let's go with 27 points. The next game is between Richmond and Brisbane at the MCG. Now look, the Tigers don't think they'll beat the reigning premiers. Reigning premiers always be really hard to beat, no matter if Richmond leads or not. Because apparently I checked the Insta post on stories and say that no lead is safe when it's against Brisbane. Like, as an example, the Lions came from 32 points down last week against Geelong to beat them by 9. So I thought we were going to win when we were leading by 32 points at one stage, but no. Geelong didn't kick a single goal or a point in the third quarter. And that's how we screwed the game up last week. It's at the Gabba as well, so I know it's always going to be tough against the reigning premiers at the home deck. Not just Geelong, West Coast, GWS, and Sydney have all been stunned by Brisbane when they were leading by a lot at one stage. And only to end up losing. So let's say the Lions to get this done. The Brisbane Lions to get this done by I'm gonna make a big call. Richmond lead by 10 points some stage. That's the biggest margin. Then Brisbane will run away by 26 points. The next game is between North Melbourne and Sydney at Marvel Stadium. Now, North Melbourne, like I said before, that their form has been really improving a lot. So, they've beaten the D's last time they were at Marvel Stadium. But this time they're taking on Sydney, which are coming off after their first win of their season after the bye. I think I might be going to that game, and I'll be backing in North Melbourne. I'm joking. I'm not backing in North Melbourne to get the job done in my tips, but I will be cheering for them. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to tip Sydney Swans. So it's basically a win-win game for me in this game, because if North Melbourne wins, then I feel happy for them if they win. But if the Roos lose, which they should, then I still get the tip right. So it's basically a win-win. So I'm going to go with the Sydney Swans to get this done by, let's say, 29 points. The next game is between GWS and the West Coast Eagles at NG Stadium. Now look, West Coast, they haven't been going too well at the moment. They've been losing to, like, the Suns, Lions, which they was expected, and the Dockers. West Coast haven't even won a game after 3 games, and look, the Giants are in a really hot form. So no doubt I will not tip West Coast, so I'm just going with the Giants to get this done. The GWS Giants to get this done by 62 points. The next game is between Port Adelaide and St Kilda at the Adelaide Oval. The Saints, they are on the roll in the coming into this game after being the captain of the Tigers at Marvel Stadium. But look, you can't count out Port Adelaide. They have a really good record against St Kilda at the Adelaide Oval. So, unless St Kilda play the best footy of the entire season, I don't think the Saints will get this done. So, let's go with the power to get this done. Port Adelaide to get this done by, let's go 35 points. Alright, the final game of this round is between Fremantle and the Western Bulldogs. The final game before every 18 team go to Adelaide for the gather round. Fremantle, they've just got their first win against West Coast, and the Dogs, they're looking to rebound after their win against Carlton, a narrow win against Carlton at Marvel Stadium. So both of these teams trying to rebound and to try to get the season on tracks, but I can't decide who. The Freo or Dogs. Apparently, this could be Fremantle's first home game of this. No, that's the Freo's second home game of the season. They lost to Sydney at Optus Stadium at the last minute. So I don't know who I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna back in the Dockers to get this done, because Fremantle, they have a bigger home ground advantage at Optus Stadium. They normally train and play well there, so that's why I've tipped the Dockers. Alright, Fremantle get this done. Let's make this gonna be a really close one. Let's get them Fremantle by 21 points. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this round 4 footy tips. If you guys enjoyed the footy tipping video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure everyone keeps on subscribing and liking my videos, as I'm working really hard, getting really close to 250 videos on my YouTube channel, alright? And stay tuned for more of these videos that come on my channel, including live streams as well. Doesn't have to be footy, it can be any other sport. I really like to enjoy the live streaming on my OBS on my laptop. Might get an upgrade, but I need to finish year 12. But anyways, I want to wrap this video up. So thank you all for watching. See you again in another video.